It's running. Hello, YouTube and online friends. It's Monica, aka Sleeve McQueen, here for my 1 week post-op vertical sleeve gastrectomy video. That's weird. I am going to start trying to do them on Tuesdays. I've been kind of random towards the end of the process just because I didn't have any more like monthly visits to the doctor, and it was like it got kind of disorganized, so I'm going to try to stay organized. So off the top, everybody loves stats. I don't know if I'm going to do them every week, but I will this week. I had the vertical sleeve gastrectomy surgery on April 21st, 2015 at Borges Hospital in Kalamazoo, Michigan with Dr. Stuart Versman. I also had a hiatal hernia repair done at the same time, which was a surprise to me. My high weight was 406.5 pounds. My surgery day weight, to the best of my estimation, on a scale in the pre-op department was 333 pounds. And my weight this morning was 322.8. I don't know what that is mathematically. When I had my doctor's appointment tomorrow, their scale to scale, it was 81 pounds. I think my scale shows more loss again. I will be using my scale from here on out because if I'm going to do weekly updates, it will be my scale. When I weighed on my scale, I was 406.5. I don't know why the discrepancy has started happening between the two scales since then, but it has. So more than 80 pounds, let's put it that way. I did gain back some after surgery, fluid and whatnot, and I feel very glad with where I'm at. All of my abdominal swelling is mostly gone. My incisions look fabulous. I'm managing to meet the hydration and protein goals. Yesterday I got 60 grams of protein because I managed to get 2 premiers down over the course of the day. Today I'm at about 1.5 premiers, but I'm going to add unflavored protein powder to some wonton broth later. Wonton broth, can we talk about that? I'm not sure who initially mentioned it, but I think I heard about it from Kim Stephanopoulos. It's from the gods. It's from the gods. Don't be afraid during your post-op and pre-op liquid phases to seek out different broths. Over the course, I have had French onion soup, just the broth. I have had wonton broth. I've had chicken and beef, of course. Today, I had the only soup offered at the shawarma restaurant was lentil soup. And I had brought my, the individual carton of chicken broth. And so he mistakenly thought I asked him to add chicken broth to the lentil soup to thin it out. So once he had done that, I had no food options, and then I was stuck with that. So all of the mush of the lentils sank to the bottom of the bowl, and I just got as much clear broth off the top as I could, and it was fine. I feel fine. I may have gotten like a 1/16 of a teaspoon of some sort of bean mush mixed in, but lucky for me, I feel good. Let's see, in the past week, it was a dramatic change in how I felt at about day 3, 4, 5. I really started to feel like myself again. A lot of the abdominal soreness went away. I still am getting, when I take a sip, especially if it's a little bit larger than it should be, I get a bubble right here, like a cramp. It's not down where my stomach is. I think it is where they repaired the hiatal hernia. I've only had one situation where I felt nauseous. That was in the hospital after I tried to take a liquid pain medication. I haven't had a single moment of nausea, knock wood. They did give me liquid Reglan, which is an anti-nausea medicine. I haven't had to take that since I got home. I've taken the pain medication twice since I've been home. My activity level is very good. I'm not even monitoring the chart where you have to write down how many times you've walked and do the incentives barometer. I've kind of stopped doing all that because I'm moving so much that I don't feel like I'm in danger of pneumonia or blood clots or anything like that. I've gone out and about. I've been to the grocery store. I've been to 3 restaurants already. My parents are in town, so once was a Chinese restaurant where I had wonton soup broth. Once was the shawarma place today. I had lentil broth mixed with chicken broth to the best of my ability. And then after we went to Panera and I had the French onion soup, their broth was not as clear as I would have liked, so I did not have much of it. So far, I don't feel deprived. I made my parents, we had a discussion about I did not want them to feel sorry for me. I did not want them to constantly be saying, "Oh, I'm so sorry you can't have any. Is this bothering you? We don't want to eat in front of you." I wanted it to be treated as if this is the way it was, and I was not missing out, and I didn't want to be treated like I was missing out. They've been great about that. They haven't shoved food in my face. They haven't offered me any. It's been very easy in that respect. Now, they were briefed beforehand about how I wanted them to act, so there are going to be situations where somebody says something or whatever. Let's see. Emotionally, I am starting to get emotional. I've already had NSVs. Here it comes, people. You knew I was going to weep. Today we went to the casino. I figured that's safe because I'm sitting down most of the time. People weren't giving me a wide berth in the casino. I hadn't been in a long time, so it was, multiple pounds ago. I was able to go behind people that were standing behind chairs and squeeze through without saying, "Oh, I'm sorry, could I ask you to move your chair because I'm so wide I won't fit through." I just weaved in and out of the other patrons. That was awesome. Here's the one today that made me cry. My dad made red beans and rice, but they were still stored separately. And I decided, hey, you know what? I'm going to puree some of those bad boys up and put them in the little, condiment cups and put them in the freezer because my puree phase is coming and my dad makes some awesome red beans and rice. So I did puree just the beans, and I'm dividing it up into little containers, and I got my little assembly line kind of a thing going on. And I raised the spoon out of the thing, and a drip of red beans off the spoon fell. I knew it hit me in the belly because that's where everything that I drop in that range of closeness to me lands right on my shirt. This is a lovely shirt that I was given, one of the beautiful hand-me-downs from people in the community, and I was so sad. I bent over and I pulled the shirt out to see where did it land so I could get it off as quick as possible, and it had fallen to the floor. My abdomen didn't stick out far enough to catch it. And I started first my mom was in the room and I'm like, "Oh my God, I got that on this shirt. I'm so mad." And I looked all over and where is it? Where is it? And I went, "It went to the floor." And I started crying. And she's looking at me, and I said, "It didn't land on me. It landed on the floor." That's crazy. Now, I am still 320 something pounds. I'm a very big human being, but I'm so much smaller than I used to be already. It's crazy. And I kind of got stuck at 335 to 340, somewhere in that range, after I quit doing the doctor monitored 6-month program. Because I was having a few things that I knew I wouldn't get to eat for a while, and I wasn't being as regimented. So 17 pounds since I started the liquid diet. So that 17 pounds has really reduced, my abdomen. All in all, I'm doing great. The night of the surgery was a horror show. Don't be afraid, just be prepared. Be prepared to hurt and be prepared to have advocates there for you asking about your pain meds. They were under medicating me in recovery, and once I got to the floor, they went from giving me 0.5 Dilaudid to 2 milligrams of Dilaudid. Made the world of difference. I was up and willing to walk even though I was in a lot of pain. Days 3, 4, 5, I kind of felt like I'd been through something, little uncomfortable, have to watch where I'm walking and, not move too quick. Days 6, 7, I feel very much back to myself physically. I do have sore spots. My back is no longer sore from laying on the surgery table. My shoulders, a little now and then. at this point, I have to look at my incisions and feel the restriction in what I can take in orally to know that I really did have surgery. Lucky for me, I do feel the restriction. There is no doubt in my mind that they removed 80% of my stomach. It's astonishing how little it takes to fill me up. And I'm still just on liquids, so I'm still swollen. I forget, though. I've already forgotten twice. Today I made a full mug of tea, and I put probably a quarter of a vanilla Premier Protein in it, ready-made shake, in order to be like the creamer for my tea and to add protein into that. I made a full mug. I can have like 4 ounces, but I made a full, it's probably an 8 or 10 ounce mug, and I took a sip and I went, well, that's wasteful. But over the course of time, and then I did reheat it, I got 2/3 of it in. So live and learn. I'm in my backyard right now. I'm not going to pan around because it's a disaster. I've been working on the fire pit, looking forward to doing bonfires out here. My parents get to stay a few more days. They have to leave on Saturday. Today is Tuesday. I'm going to miss them. Last thing. Those of you who know me on Facebook, I had started my journey bracelet. I don't like the word journey. I think it's overused. I think it's a wonderful, apt term. It fits what we're going through, but it's overused. So, but I am calling it, a memory bracelet, I suppose. So the first thing that I got, it's going to be so hard to show you. I got the dates. This is a 4, a butterfly, and then 21. I got my surgery date, and I bought that before. Today I wanted to get something that, signified the surgery itself, and I really wanted like a warrior's shield or a spear, because I had risen above and I had conquered, especially that first night when the pain was really, really horrible. But then my mother mentioned, we were looking through the charms, and I couldn't find anything that I thought was appropriate, and she found a key, and I went, ding, the light went on, because I do believe that the surgery is going to be the key to my success. So I got a key, and I also got a second one that is the fleur-de-lis. As you guys know, that's very important to my family, and I got that because my parents did come up and share the experience with me. So now my bracelet is complete to this date with my surgery date, the butterfly for, coming out of my cocoon, and the fleur-de-lis and the key. I have already bought one for when I'm 100 pounds lost, and it is a big blingy diamond-like thing. 100 pounds, $100, whatever. I feel like 100%, whatever. Honestly, guys, that's like approximately 20 pounds away. Shut up, I tell you. If you guys have any questions for me or for my mother, who I'm going to try to get to do a dual video with me, a little question and answer video, doesn't have to be surgery related. Do you want to know things about me, about my childhood, what kind of a goober I am? Anything. Asks a Sleeve McQueen mommy. She'll do it. She'll do anything. She's a love. Okay, that's my check-in. I'm only going to try to post on Tuesdays because I get a little wonky, where I just put videos about all kinds of crap on there. But I will do an additional one of questions for my mother. If we get enough questions, we got to get at least 4 or 5 questions before I could do like a proper interview video with her. Okay. Oh, this is the last thing. I'm going to be recording on the tablet for a while because my laptop fan has broken and it's making a horrible noise and it's freezing. This is also why I have not provided you with the Uptown Funk video. I'm doing it on my son's computer, so there is some more time. If you would still like to participate in the Uptown Funk video, send it in to sleevemcqueen@gmail.com and we'll get you added, because I'm only about 50% of the way through getting it edited and put up. I was very ambitious thinking that I was going to get it done before surgery. Okay, I love you guys. Thank you for the outpouring of love and support. I got flowers from Lorraine and a card from Randy. So many messages and well wishes and advice and clothes and goodies. And I've never been as loved in my life as I am these days. I've never felt as much love. This has gotten to be 15 minutes long. I am ridiculous. Sleeve McQueen out.